princess, Nikki Graham, and their captain, Sean Locke. And facing them tonight, the boy wonder, it's Boy George. The Mac is back, Lee Mack, and their captain, Dave Spikey. Now, welcome your host, Jimmy Carr.
Hello and welcome to 8 out of 10 Cats, a show about opinion polls, surveys and statistics. Did you know, for example, scientists say the elephant is the only mammal that can't jump? What, Stephen Hawking isn't a mammal? Only a quarter of Brits consider themselves to be lucky, and they're the lucky ones. A cockroach can live for a whole week without a head. Beat that, Heather Mills. Let's get started. What are you talking about? That's the name of our first round. We've teamed up with a leading polling organisation and they've asked the British nation what stories they've been discussing this week. It's our panellists' job to guess the British public's top 5 most popular talking points. Sean, Nikki, Rich, what have the nation been talking about this week?
Jimmy, turtles can't jump. I just wanted to go back to a point you made. Turtles don't jump.
They do if you throw them on a trampoline. I think people have probably been talking about Madonna adopting a baby in Africa. She's adopted a baby, it's caused a lot of fuss. Well, he has kind of won the orphanage lottery, hasn't he? Imagine if they had a regular lottery in the orphanage. They had scratch cards. They went, oh, you're going to be saved by Madonna.
He should have been disqualified earlier because he wasn't an orphan. It was like an African orphan idol. She made it into the last 12. She went over for the final, which was this last week. It was some sort of contest, like a Bonnie Baby contest. Went to the local Woolworths in Malawi, had the pictures saying all that. But he should have been disqualified because he's not an orphan. The kid's not an orphan.
It does seem weird that he's got a dad.
Yeah.
But he said in the press that the saddest thing about it is the fact that he's going to be in the papers every day, so that Madonna and Guy won't get the luxury that other adopted parents have, which is to tell him exactly what happened in their own time. But I can't help thinking from a very early age he's going to realise, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's going to get to like 10 or 11 and go, listen, something's not right here. Mum, Dad, 2 questions. 1, are you my real parents? And 2, how come there's no mirrors in this house?
I thought it was quite funny. She bought him a £5,000 rocking horse. I'd really like to see that comic relief appeal with it. Just £5,000 and get a rocking horse for a child in Africa.
The other thing she did was she decorated his room in a jungle style. It's true, that's of questionable taste, I think.
Why doesn't she just adopt, like, 60,000 orphan kids and then she's total sellout wherever she goes?
That is thinking, Rich.
They don't know that American Pie is a fucking cover.
You still angry about American Pie?
I was angry about it the first time I heard it. I need her to trot it out again 20 years later. All 73 verses. And I'll tell you something else. Snakes can't jump.
Madonna can't sing.
Madonna can't sing? Nikki, what do you think of Madonna? She's a bit high maintenance.
I like her, but to be honest, a whole week's news on her adopting the child. Oh. Who cares?
Hang on, you're on Big Brother.
So were you looking for more news about what was going on in Kazakhstan this week? I'm not getting to the bottom of this, just Madonna.
But you've managed to get more attention than Madonna in a very short space of time, so you're more fabulous.
Oh, thanks, Boy George.
I thought, you know, her performance at Live 8 was when she was swearing. And I thought, well, that's not a very good, you know, example to set to your kids, because she actually showed it at Live 8, she went on stage and said, are you fucking ready? I think that's what she's going to be like on the school run. Are you fucking ready, lords?
Dave! She's the English lady now.
She's an English lady?
Yeah.
She's fooling no one.
To be fair, Jimmy, don't you claim to be Irish?
I don't claim, I try and hide it, mate.
How dare you?
Huh?
I'm Irish.
I'm about as Irish as you.
I'm more Irish than you'll ever be.
What?
Well, go on then.
I will kind of go down about where shade of halatatu fuck a lishida back the love.
Pogue Mahone.
Yeah. It's my house as well.
Yeah. OK, well, let's have a look and see if Madonna's adoption is one of the most talked about things this week. Yes, it is. Yes, Madonna's caused controversy by adopting a baby from Africa. The baby's father described the adoption as a blessing from God, although the exact translation of the Malawi is the fucking jackpot, get in. Dave, Boy George, Lee, what else have the nation been talking about this week?
Could it possibly be the allegations that Heather McCartney has made in the divorce papers saying that Sir Paul was cruel to her? Every night she has to go to bed to go to the toilet. And she has to crawl because he won't allow her a bedpan. He said he didn't want a bedpan in the bedroom because it was like an old people's home. It is an old people's home. He's 64.
Don't explain it to her, Sean, if she doesn't get it.
Heather's only got one leg. I don't know why I'm shouting it.
Sorry, Nicky, you know who Heather Mills is, yeah?
I don't know. I know she's married to Paul McCartney. I wasn't aware she only had one leg.
Where have you been?
She's been in a house.
Someone told me.
She needs to do something to get the public sympathy back in her favour.
Maybe a parrot. I think people would warm to her if she had a parrot.
Proper job. Go to Vegas, work at Treasure Island.
Let's have a look and see whether Heather Mills' allegations are one of the most talked about things this week. Yes, newspapers have reported Heather Mills' allegations that Paul McCartney hit her. Heather is going through a very rough time at the moment, and if she were here, I would tell her, time heals all wounds. Well, not that, you'd have to be a starfish. In other divorce news this week, Stephen Hawking is leaving his wife. Hawking's marriage lasted 11 years before the wheels came off.
Sorry, Jimmy, can I stop you a second? Nicky, he's in a wheelchair. So you know. Sorry, Jimmy.
Do you know who Stephen Hawking is? He's sort of the cleverest man in the world, but he's kind of confined to a wheelchair. Most people that come on the show have a really good time. It's a fun thing. It's great, but you're learning so much. It's an extra
This is
element.
like being at school for me.
Right, Sean, Nicky and Rich, what else have people been talking about this week?
Oh, post offices closing down. Small post offices.
Do you know what a post office is?
My mum's a postie, I'll have you know.
One of those little yellow square pieces of paper.
I think the postmasters deliver a petition with 4 million names on it to 10 Downing Street.
I like the fact that they hand-delivered it because they don't trust the postal service.
What I think they should do is what they do with libraries. They have mobile post offices, and they can be like ice cream vans. They drive around and they play some music to attract old people. Like, we'll meet again, like ding, 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 ding. Yes, exactly, yeah, just about a minute behind. And
I just really hope that when these postal workers, when they went to Downing Street, there was 1,000 of them. I really hope there was just one person serving at Downing Street, and they had to make a big long queue. And it said, like, protester number 3, please.
Let's have a look and see whether post offices are up there. Dave Steen, what else have the nation been talking about?
I love this great story that apparently David Blunkett once told a police governor to machine gun the prisoners. I think that's great. He thinks our warders have machine guns.
He's blind.
Better tell Nicky.
Blow the gaff.
Nicky, he's blind, he's got a dog. And the dog
Oh, you're
helps.
winding me up. I'm not...
This is unbelievable.
So everyone we talk about tonight is afflicted in some way.
Well, as it happens, yeah.
It's different people, though. It's not the one person.
Okay, so tell me more. Tell me more about Blunkett's.
There was this riot, and he phoned the governor up, and they said they've got their Home Secretary on the phone for you, and he said, "Having a riot," and he went, "Oh, machine gun them." And he obviously went, "Are you pissed?" No, machine gun them. Could have just pretended to do it, because Blunkett wouldn't have known, would he? He could have gone, there you go, all dead, all of them.
It's like a holiday camp prison.
No, it ain't.
It is.
When you were in Big Brother and they didn't have bottled water, you went mental. They don't even have a jacuzzi, many of these places.
I didn't go in the jacuzzi because it was filth-ridden.
Well, fair enough then. Maybe you'd be fine in prison.
This is the same week that we find out that prisoners are being paid to play board games. I mean, I was in prison once and I played Scrabble. I nearly got bummed. But I only had one M.
Only nearly.
Let's have a look and see if Blunkett's up there. Yes, it's been revealed that David Blunkett ordered prison chiefs to machine gun rioters in 2002. Luckily, he was shouting into a stapler. One more to get, fingers on buzzers. What else have the nation been talking about this week?
Is it anything to do with this teacher who refused to remove her veil and was suspended? So why do you need to leave her alone? Why do you have to... That's enough, isn't it?
But the thing was, she doesn't wear it when the kids are in the room. She only wears it when a male comes into the room. So she'll have it off, like that bloke will come in, she'll go, whoop. And then he'll go out, she goes, whoop. In and out. She should just get like a Venetian blind. Problem solved.
It'd be quite handy them veils if you were talking to somebody who you didn't like, who you thought were an idiot. You could put on like that and your eyes would be going like that and your face would go like,
Is that what Jack Straw's really worried about?
Yeah.
Everyone that comes to visit him is going, You're an idiot, Jack Straw.
Nicky, Jack Straw is a headless politician.
Oh, goodness sake.
Got no head.
Made of straw.
The next one's going to be an exhumed corpse.
She done a funny.
Mind you can't walk around Mecca in a tutu, can you?
That sounds like an old Cockney song. You can't walk round Mecca in a tutu.
You can't wear a skirt to walk around Mecca, but you could dress up as a ninja. Or,
Well, that's the group that we really haven't heard much from in this whole debate. The ninjas haven't said anything. Right, let's have a look and see whether veils are up there. Yes, this week, the Muslim teacher suspended for wearing a veil received a lot of support. She was delighted, or surprised, or touched. It's hard to tell. At the end of that round, Sean's team have 2 points. Dave's team are in the lead with 3 points. The next round is called the Poll with a Hole. We've looked through hundreds of surveys, past and present, from around the world and unearthed some fascinating facts. Unfortunately, each statistic is missing one salient piece of information, so it's up to our panellists to fill in the gaps. 5% of Brits would like to see David and Victoria Beckham what?
What about penniless?
Is it part of the peacekeeping force in Basra?
Ask forgiveness from Christ.
Or I know, live a week in a third world country.
Well, do you know what? I'm tempted to give you that. That's dangerously close to the correct answer. It's
Well,
to do
I
with that.
never.
It's to do with that. Oh, well, no one was expecting you to be right.
UN ambassadors.
That's the correct
There you
answer.
go.
Yes, 5% of Brits would like to see David and Victoria Beckham become UN ambassadors. Personally, I don't think Victoria should be sent to visit starving people. They've got enough problems without feeling fat. OK, 68% of chess players think chess would be more popular if what?
If the game wasn't so bloody damn boring.
tell you what, I'll bet when they were asked that question, it took them 45 fucking minutes to figure up an answer.
I've always liked the big chess that you get.
I think if they were really big, they were really massive, and you had to use a crane to play.
Yeah.
The world champion was a crane driver from Catford called Big Ron.
Maybe it was a cross-country event.
How do you mean, Rich?
You know, move a piece, run 10 miles. Move another piece, run another 10 miles. So, checkmate.
Yeah, it's a great idea. I'm with Rich on that. Well, you had some shouts. You know, when you moved, you had some calls. Like, you know, in football, people shout and scream. When you moved to beach, you went, "Yeehaw, I'm gonna get you, boy!"
I've only had 2 chess games in my life.
I bet you didn't win then.
I lost.
Did you lose both of them?
Yes.
Really?
Did you have trouble getting the pieces over the net?
Very hilarious. I almost fell off my chair laughing.
Oh, Nicky Graham, everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be you right about now, Sean.
That's my career over. If it was easier.
That's the right answer, Sean.
If it was easier.
Yeah, that's what... Yes, 68% of chess players think chess would be more popular if it was easier. I think chess is easy. There's only 2 things you have to remember. Don't use the St. Petersburg Gambit against the Brandenburg Opening, and the horsey, go jumpy jump. So at the end of that round, it's 3 points for Sean, Nicky and Rich, and 4 points for Dave, Lee and George. Welcome back to 8 out of 10 Cats. The next round is Believe It or Not. In this round, I'll give the panellists a simple statement and all they have to do is decide whether they think it's true or false. Sean, Nikki and Rich, let's have a look at a clip to illustrate your statistic.
Let's meet act number 6, dancer Todd Rickson. You've done it, have you? Oh, I think he's done a hamstring. There, you're right. Mate.
The bit after he snaps his hamstring is how I dance normally. Here was your related statistic. 16% of talent show applicants say they would be prepared to lose a finger for a shot at fame. Is that true or false?
Is that an actual question that you would ask a talent show applicant?
I think it's halfway through the act. People just go, I'll just chop your finger off. Do something.
I'd do it. What I'd do is I'd chop it off and stick like that and put the finger at me ear like that. That's incredible.
Or you could have it around your neck and use it to point at things. It's just round the corner, just over there.
Funny outside the X Factor auditions, though, going down the back, a bloke with a big bag going, fingers, your fingers, fingers, come on, you, just bending that. Fingers, come on.
You know, it's illegal to chop your finger off, because it means you're not fit for military service.
Is that true?
Yeah.
How did you come across that nugget of information?
People tell me things and they stay in.
Did you hear that, Nikki?
Yeah.
I wasn't listening.
Of course you weren't.
Do you think there's an escalating scale of what limbs you have to lose to gain a certain degree of fame? Like Heather McCartney.
She lost a whole leg.
But she made a fortune.
What's his name? Lost his eyesight.
Blunkett.
These are all things Nikki learned in part 1. It's exciting, isn't it? 16% of talent show applicants say they would be prepared to lose a finger for a shot at fame. True or false?
False.
OK, I can tell you that the answer is in fact true.
Oh. Shit.
All right, calm down.
Well done.
Not a lot of people, though, is it?
No, well, I mean, it's quite mental, isn't it? 16% would go, yeah, I'll have a finger off just to sing for Simon Cowell. Of course, once they've done it, they'll have to tend to fuck off like this. Dave, George and Lee, let's have a look at a clip to illustrate your statistic.
Ring My Bell is the show in which you, the viewer, get to do the talking. Qualified receptionists are right here to take your call and put you through to either Arthur Scargill, Boy George, Barbara Windsor, or Tony James, the founder of Zig Zig Sputnik. Let's go for a quick booth hop just to show you how this extravaganza works.
Half a buttock and one right boob.
Hey, did you show that right boob? I didn't see that one.
Yes, just you got to look very quickly. You blink, you miss it.
Was that in the one with the toothpaste?
What? No, that was camping.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I missed that one.
Anyway, you take care.
Oh, you bet I will
Oh, I
do.
love. God bless,
Love
darling.
to see your tits.
Bye, love.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
Love to see your tits. Bye. Here is your related statistic. 38% of call centre staff claim that their job has helped them find romance. Is that true or false?
Bollocks. Well, they can't find my details. I give them my customer reference. I give them my date of birth, my postcode, my blood group. They can't find fuck all.
The people that do the cold calling, you know, that ring you, I think that helps their love life, because I always say, go and get fucked.
But some people do sound more sexy on the phone.
Often people phone me up and they say, can we interest you in double glazing? I go, no, but you could certainly take me out to dinner.
Have you ever had phone sex? Fantastic.
I like the fact you know when the call's over.
And your mum walks in the room.
Yeah.
She can't walk in the room, she's on the phone.
You know, in America, all the sex lines start with 900. And the area code for Western Tennessee is 901. So you must get a lot of people in Western Tennessee just getting a misdialed call. What am I wearing? Overalls. My dad, he's right here. Earl, it's for you.
All right. 38% of call centre staff claim that their job has helped them find romance. Is that true or false?
But then I think yes.
We think yes.
We think
it's probably true.
OK. I can tell you that the answer is true. Yes, 38% of call centre staff claim that their job has helped them find romance. Call centres are weird things. Yeah, I need to go from Coventry to Ipswich on Saturday. I better call someone in Bangladesh. They'll know. So at the end of that round, it's 3 points for Sean's team and 5 points for Dave's team. And the winner is the name of our final round. I'm going to be giving the teams a series of opinion polls and surveys. It's up to them to buzz in and tell me who or what they think came top. Here is your first one. Top thing that annoys women.
Is it when you get really drunk and piss in the wardrobe in the middle of the night?
When you wipe your knob on the curtains.
Nikki, what annoys you?
To be honest, I'm not a good person to ask because everything.
What annoys my wife, and women I think in general, is they say what pair of shoes out of the 27 pairs they've got goes with this skirt. As if you're a fucking expert on shoes.
Yeah, the problem is, Dave, is your wife's shoes all stink of piss.
I'll tell you something that annoys women. It's when you put a new toilet roll on a toilet roll holder and you make the paper come off near the wall instead of like away from the wall. I don't like that. It's really apparent. What do you do that for? He's got rusted knuckles on the wall now.
You were very close, Sean.
Take the last piece and you don't think, shit, no. You stick that last piece back on, don't you? That one. Put that one back on, then it doesn't look as though I've used the whole loo roller. That's great. She's got to change it.
That's the correct answer. Yes, the top thing that annoys women is finishing the last loo roll. Here's one for you. Top reason to celebrate.
You found some booze. Hey! Didn't know I had this.
Rich, what do you celebrate?
Not being Canadian.
Oh, I know!
Jesus Christ, don't do that! What? Try the life out of me.
It's a funeral. No! No, I tell you what.
Unbelievable.
You only go to funerals with people you don't like.
I've been to one. I've never been invited back.
Oh, I've been to one funeral, I didn't get invited back.
Same time again next year, then. An engagement.
That's a correct answer. Yes, the top reason to celebrate is an engagement. Second on the list is discovering that the kid's not yours and you don't have to marry the slag. Well, that sound tells me it's the end of the round and the end of the show, which means the final scores are Sean, Nikki and Rich have 5 points, but the winners are Dave, George and Lee with 6 points. Thanks to all our panellists, our wonderful studio audience and to all of you for watching at home. That's it from us. Good night.
On 8 out of 10 Cats. Great Scott, it's Scott Capurro. Another great Scott, Kirsty Gallagher. And their captain, John Locke. And facing them tonight, Media Mastermind. Here's Morgan. Our friend in the north, Jason Manford. And their captain, Dave Spikey. Now, here's your host, Jimmy Carr.
Welcome to 8 out of 10 Cats, a show about opinion polls, surveys and statistics. Did you know, for example, a giraffe can clean its own ears with its 21-inch long tongue, although Mrs. Giraffe has got other plans for this evening. 3% of Brits never leave a tip, and they're known as the weirdos that live at the tip. That was less like a laugh, that was more like a rumour going around the room. Have you heard about the people at the tip? And you've got a 1 in 20,000 chance of being murdered in the UK. We don't know what the figure is for Iraq. We sent a guy over there to do the survey, and he hasn't come back. Let's get started. What are you talking about? That's the name of our first round. We've teamed up with a leading polling organisation, and they've asked the British nation what stories they've been discussing this week. It's our panellists' job to guess the British public's top 5 most popular talking points. Dave, Piers, Jason, what have the nation been talking about this week?
Is it more revelations in the McCartney divorce proceedings? All that business rumbles on, doesn't it?
I'll tell you what, I wouldn't want to be the fella that introduced them.
All right. I introduced Heather Mills to Paul McCartney.
Why?
Exactly. That's exactly what he's asking. Don't you think she's awful, Heather Mills? Now, I actually quite stick up for her, but it's awful, isn't it?
Yeah.
But he's Paul McCartney. You know, he wrote yesterday. She's Heather Mills.
And today, and he'll probably write tomorrow. He's a relentless worker.
I think the obvious thing, though, is that mostly when you meet a very beautiful woman, you assume there's a catch. There must be a catch. It can't be this good. And he thought the catch was the leg. Oh, it wasn't. But she's incredibly unpopular for someone with one leg. It's like Blunkett, isn't it? He's blind. You think people like him? Everyone thinks he's a prick. I mean, you don't like her, do you?
I used to stand up for it. People would say, why? And now you think, why?
Well, because she couldn't stand up herself, right?
But when you think about it, she hasn't really done anything. What people forget...
We're all greedy.
She's greedy.
She had to hump that old man. He smells like dust.
Right? This would never have happened to the Stones. None of the Stones would have ever married a one-legged nutter.
The one thing he said was, she threw a bottle of ketchup at him. Right. And he's still not got it out of his hair, has he?
But the thing is that, I like the way even celebrities can't have an argument without doing some product placement. You know, it's like, oh, he threw some Heinz ketchup at me, and then he put some Marmite bottles in a sock and hit me over the head, and tried to choke me with Jaffa cakes and sprayed Jif in my eyes.
I mean, someone said the other day, who gets the leg? Because...
No, more importantly, who gets a disabled parking voucher?
What?
That's worth 10 million.
Draw a poll in here. Who's with Heather?
Right, OK. Well, let's have a look and see whether Paul McCartney is up there. Yes, the McCartney divorce is getting increasingly bitter. Heather Mills has denied she's a fantasist in a statement released by her lawyer, Rumpole of the Bailey. Right, Sean, Kirsty and Scott, what else have the nation been talking about this week?
I think they've been talking about John Reid's come out tough again. He's tough on immigration. He's going to restrict the amount of Romanians and Bulgarians that can come here to work. Basically, loads of Polish people came over here 2 or 3 years ago and are doing all the jobs like cleaning and building.
They're giving British labourers a bad name, aren't they? Because they're efficient, on time, cheap, polite. It's a disgrace. They should all be sent home. It's disgusting.
They can have a £1,000 fine, aren't they, for any Bulgarians caught working? Well, all they have to do is put on a posh accent, don't they? They learn to speak very posh English. They say, are you Bulgarian? Of course I'm not. Don't be so ridiculous, man.
How do you think I got this job?
Yeah. I don't know about you. I only employ Eastern Europeans, if I can possibly do so, because they just do the job and work hard.
Do you run a brothel?
Yeah.
I agree.
Shall we have a look and see if this is one of the most talked about things of the week?
Hey!
Yes, indeed it is. Right, Dave's team, what else have the nation been talking about this week?
I think it's probably the news that the Allied forces are considering a timetable for withdrawal of troops from Iraq. Because we sorted it, isn't it? It's all right now.
We went in as liberators, they assured us. Liberate the Iraqi people, kill hundreds of thousands of them, cause complete mayhem in their country.
It's almost as if this war has done you some sort of personal ill.
That's what it's like. Quickly, I got fired over it, all right? I'm pretty bitter about it.
I think we should leave because the whole story has gotten so depressing. It's going to be a bit... We're going to just get in there and whoosh and raise the roof and bring in some hip-hop, then leave. But it's gotten so messy, you know.
All the language they use, that we're leaving Iraq like it's some sort of relationship. Or it's not you, it's me, you know. I love you, but I'm just not in love with you, you know. I just think it'd be a great way of, of leaving your girlfriend. I mean, obviously, you'd have to hide that 12 to 18 month timetable. They're like, oh, it's routine. But I think that'd be great. Obviously, she'd see it, go, oh, what's this in May? You're going to start acting like a dickhead, so I leave you. All right, and then the question, of course, is just when you invade her sister. I mean, Iran.
And I think we saw in George W. Bush's eyes when he sort of spoke over the last couple of days. I don't think he knows what's going on.
I don't think he's got the attention span for a war this long.
No, I think you're right.
Right, let's have a look and see if Iraq is one of the most talked about things this week. Yes, it is. Yes, this is the story that British and American forces are under increasing pressure to leave Iraq. Blair denied he was clutching at straws as he launched Operation Straw Clutch. Sean's team, what else have people been talking about this week in the news?
Is it the news the NHS are going to refuse to treat smokers unless they give up smoking, which is obviously the thin end of the wedge situation. You know, if you've got gunshot wounds, they'll ask you to leave the mafia. Or, like, if you're a Top Gear presenter and you can't control a jet car, they'll say no more petrol for you, you idiot.
Poor bloke.
Am I the only one who wishes it was Jeremy Clarkson?
Just because he hit you once, don't cry.
He hit me 3 times and it didn't hurt, all right?
Did he hit you 3 times? Because it was a... What was that at?
That's the scar there.
Is that you've got a scar?
Yeah, and we kept running stories on the Mirror about him cavorting with women who weren't Mrs. Clarkson. And eventually he cornered me at the British Press Awards and smacked me 3 times in the head. And after the 3rd one, I went, is that...
got a smattering of applause. Well done.
Well done, Jeremy. Quite ironic, really, because I didn't hit him back because I thought I'd be sacked. And then 3 weeks later, I was sacked anyway.
I like this idea that they're going to refuse smokers' operations. And a few weeks back, it was fat people. Anybody who's obese or fat.
Don't take it personally, mate.
All right, no, that's all right.
There's a reason you get punched.
Jotting that down, my friend.
So, Piers, do you think the NHS should treat people that smoke?
No. People that smoke should just be shot. Why not?
Hang on. That's a vote for a police state.
Yeah. No, it would make smoking a lot more exciting.
Exactly.
I tell you, sales of mints would go through the fucking roof. I can tell you the NHS not treating smokers is not one of the top 5 stories this week, but it was in the papers. OK, fingers on buzzers. What else have the nation been talking about this week?
Is it Wayne Rooney and his new £100,000 mega deal with Manchester United?
I love the way that every time Wayne Rooney gets a new deal, we see a picture within 24 hours of Colleen grinning her head off with 27 bags of shopping.
I've got to say, she's earned it.
Yeah.
But the problem with these deals is that launches all these people going, oh, they get paid too much. And then the footballers counteract by saying, yeah, but the fans, they're always shouting nasty things at me. And you're like, for £100 a week, I'd stay in the middle of the pitch at Wembley for 2 weeks and let you shout nasty things at me. But you're a knobhead! Yeah, I know. 1, 2, 3. Hello, can I get an account balance, please? Your mum's a knobhead. Yeah, but you should see her house.
She bought him a £30,000 watch for his birthday and a Louis Vuitton man bag and a goal set from Argos. You can take the girl out of Liverpool, but you can't get the catalogue off her, can you?
She also got him a picture of Robbie Williams' arse. He's doing a Mooney, and there's a danger that he'll mistake it for a mirror, isn't there?
I thought it was a portrait because the eye kept following him around the room.
She got all these brilliant people, Mike Tyson to sign things, U2 and Blue. They're not even together, are they?
Are Blue not together?
Sorry, Jimmy.
Oh, what a way to hear it. Let's have a look and see if Wayne Rooney's up there.
Yes, it is.
Yes. Wayne Rooney turned 21 this week. He received an Aston Martin, priceless sporting memorabilia and a £30,000 watch. I'll tell you what, though, he would have been happier with a tyre and a rope. We've got one more thing to guess. Fingers on buzzers. What else? Sean.
Is it the Richmond Council's decision to charge 4x4s lots of money to park?
Tell me more about this. What do you think of it?
I've got one. But I don't live in London. And I like it.
You like it?
Yes.
Well, that's fine then.
They're the most privileged people in society, usually people who have 4x4s, and then suddenly they're a victim. It's like, why are they picking on me? Just because I've got a 4x4. I think it should be more. I think it should be £1,000. Fuck them.
That seems fair enough. Yeah. But you get let off the fine and all that, but they're encouraging these electric cars. Tell me again, how do you make electricity? It's not exactly a clean fuel, is it?
The way they make electricity, those big power stations, there's thousands of blokes with full heads of hair and balloons going like that. Just thousands of them. Dwarves. It's funny with dwarves. Thousands of dwarves. Balloons.
I think they should call it, you know, they've got names for these taxis that they put in. They should just call it the wanker tax. And
that's a bit harsh.
I know. They should put
fat boy, easy.
That's 2-0, dickhead.
I'm defending the pregnant lady.
I started it.
No, I like the fat guy. Go on.
Oh, thanks, mate.
This is like a pub car park.
Leave it, it's not worth it.
Let's have a look and see if the new 4x4 tax is one of the most talked about things. Yes, it is. OK, well, I can tell you at the end of that round, Sean's team have 2 points, Dave's team have 3 points. The next round is called the poll with a hole. Here's your first question. 17% of church leaders think if Jesus came back to Earth now, he would what?
Be very old?
He definitely points out that the Da Vinci Code is a load of bollocks. He said, I didn't marry Mary Magdalene. Moved to France. I hate France.
I think he'd be a bit too soapboxy. A little know-it-all-y. Don't you think?
No. Clear what you're on about, Scott.
Do you think if he came back, he would be sectioned on the first day? Hello, I'm Jesus Christ. Right, come with us. Have a nice cup of tea and a sit down.
Who's to say I haven't come back? Yes, I am.
That is an exclusive. Of course, claiming to be Jesus is quite insulting to the Christians, but it doesn't really matter. They don't take it that seriously. They're probably out there now thinking, if I get hold of that Sean Locke, I'm going to bloody well forgive him.
Yeah.
I'll give you a clue on this one. It's about his choice of vehicle.
He'd have his own jet.
He'd have hover boots.
Classic hippie-ish.
Is it a VW van?
Yeah.
Exactly the right answer. Yeah, this is 17% of church leaders think if Jesus came back to Earth now, he would drive a camper van. I suppose it's better that Jesus Christ has a camper van rather than a Yamaha. You don't want him doing a skid and killing a kid and busting his balls on a dustbin lid. 20% of Brits have sent a text message, what?
Is it 20% of Brits have sent a text message when really a bunch of flowers and a deepest sympathy card would have been more appropriate?
20% of Brits have sent a text message playing the game Fuck You Roulette, which is where you type fuck you into your text message and then just go through your contacts like that.
Is it putting a kiss at the end of the message, then deleting it, then putting it back on again afterwards? Should I do that? No, I should. Yeah, I will. No, I won't.
I like it when you do, Dave. It's to do with what you're wearing.
Naked.
Yeah.
What do you mean,
Correct.
Scott?
Yes, correct. 20% of Brits have sent a text message whilst naked. I'm in the boot of a car, just gone over a bridge, I think I'm passing a quarry, sounds like an abattoir, send help, smiley face. So at the end of that round, it is 3 points for Sean, Kirsty and Scott, 4 points for Dave, Piers and Jason. Welcome back to 8 out of 10 Cats. The next round is Believe It or Not. In this round, I give the panellists a simple statement. All they have to do is decide whether they think it's true or false. Dave, Piers and Jason, you're to go first. Let's have a look at a clip to illustrate your statistic.
I thought she was going to do the old flicking towel on his arse.
Was that Ewan Clarkson at the British Press Club?
Here is your related statistic. 23% of fights in bars are caused by pub quizzes. Do you think that's true or false?
It's at least 23%. I mean, yeah, they're ideal, aren't they? Confrontation pub quizzes are brilliant. Everybody goes in off happy and jolly, don't they? They think up really funny quiz team names up, don't they? Like Quiz Team Aguilera. That's my favourite.
The worst one for my local pub quiz team is that the quiz host, he looks like a massive fat Elvis. And so our quiz team name is always, I look like a big fat Elvis. So when he runs through the points...
To be honest, can you sing Hand Dog? Can you sing Hand Dog or not?
It's hard being funny, isn't it?
I don't know, because, like, you know when you get an answer right, and it's really, really difficult, like, the other night I got this one, and it said, what in the human body, what's got a molecular weight of 164,458? And I knew it was haemoglobin. For some reason, anyway, I knew it was haemoglobin, and because I used to work in hospital. And that's great, with one pot, nobody else could possibly have got that one right. And then the quizmaster starts giving fucking clues out. Think of maybe a homo goblin. What?
Don't ever go at Scott in the middle of this.
What sort of pub asks you the atomic weight of haemoglobin? Are you doing pub quizzes at NASA?
OK, Dave, true or false? What do you think?
We're going to say true.
Well, I can tell you that the answer is, in fact, false. Only 3% of fights in bars are caused by pub quizzes. OK. Sean, Scott and Kirsty, let's have a look at a clip to illustrate your statistic.
Hi, I'm Jodie Stolove. I created chair dancing, the exercise program that can be enjoyed by almost anybody. For example, a family can exercise together. Chair dancing is also a good program for people who exercise at work.
Well, that got us going. Now stretch your arms side and up, straighten your body, and bring your arms down. Is that march music I hear? Let's march to the music. And how about playing the trombone? Grab your orchestra batons because we're going to conduct the orchestra. You know the words. Sing along. Hail, hail, the gang's all here. What the heck do we care now? And let's all say,
I'd like to go into the Dragon's Den with that idea. The thing about her chair exercise routine is it'd be much more effective if you stood up. You can go... You don't have to be sitting down to do that.
It seems like an ironic thing, because that is the sound I would make if I saw a fat woman waddling along. Now, Kirsty, you had an exercise video out, didn't you?
Oh, God. Yes, I did.
What were you wearing in the exercise video?
Were you wearing a unitard?
Well, no, I wasn't. I was wearing
Because I like
shorts.
unitards.
Short. Oh, sorry. No,
Because I think
shorts and
unitards
t-shirt.
sound like people that are a bit special but have a horn. That's why I like them. Right, here is your related statistic. On average, Brits spend 41 years of their lives sitting down. Is that true or false? It's not all in one sitting, that would be...
Well, I imagine it's more. But you do everything. You go to school, you're sitting down. You watch telly, you're sitting down. You drive a tank. It's not everybody, but you're sitting down. These artists, they probably do hardly any sitting down. They're always swinging through the air or fighting off a clown. Get off, you dirty little pervert. Get off. Stop nibbling at my fishnets.
Very tiny clothes.
No, she's on a trapeze. Of course she's doing that. She's on a trapeze. That's when she's swinging past. Whoa. And these are all facts.
I mean, how much time do you spend, like, peeling the sticky tape off your shoe? A long time. 8 years, maybe. You add it all up.
How much time do you spend with your hands on your hips?
A lot of time.
When you're a kid, you spend your whole time sitting down, don't you?
A kid runs around all day long, I thought.
Yeah, but just to the swings.
Watch
All right.
On average, Brits spend 41 years of their lives sitting down. Is that true or false?
Absolute Tommy rot! I've never heard such a load of old balderdash in all my days. I think it's true.
I can tell you that the answer is true.
Yay.
Yes, well done. So at the end of that round, I can tell you it's 4 points for Sean's team and 4 points for Dave's team. It's all to play for. And the winner is the name of our final round. I'm going to give the teams a series of opinion polls. It's up to them to buzz in and tell me who or what they think came top. Here is your first one. The biggest worry for farmers.
Is it suicide badgers?
So suicide badgers?
Yeah, suicide badgers.
That sounds like a bad band.
Is it falling asleep every time you've got to check how many sheep you've got?
Farmers, it's quite stressful because they really know what happens when you leave a gate open. It's carnage within seconds. It's like ground zero.
Is it like being asleep at night and the scarecrow tapping on your window? Me and you outside. I'm just going to put my killing head on.
Is it money?
I'm going to give you that, Scott.
Brilliant.
Yes, the biggest worry for farmers is low commodity prices, or money in other words. The other big problem is that society can't accept that the love between a man and a horse is just as valid as the love between a man and a sheep. OK, celebrity most in need of a makeover.
Cherie Blair.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, bless
She's
her.
turning into a weeble as well, have you noticed? From the back, she looks like a weeble. She looks like she's got a beanbag down the back of her pants.
I think probably the most honourable thing I ever did was I bought some pictures of Cherie Blair topless off the market and didn't publish them. There are just some things you can't...
What, you just kept them for yourself, you dirty soul?
How about Heather Mills? She's adopted Posh's Pout, I think.
That scowl.
Can you do the pout?
Little scowl.
Celebrity most in need of a makeover.
Well, they did one on Anne Widdecombe, didn't they? That was fantastic, obviously. But it's pointless, isn't it? It's like sprinkling glitter on dog shit, isn't it?
She's a bizarre-looking woman, isn't she?
Yeah.
She looks like a choir boy with a bends. Hairdo, and then something's going on.
Pete Doherty.
That's the right answer.
Yeah.
Yes, the celebrity most in need of a makeover is Pete Doherty. People say Pete Doherty hasn't contributed anything to society. On the contrary, he's made me introduce a condom into my fantasy of shagging Kate Moss. Well, that sound tells me it's the end of the round and the end of the show, which means the final scores are Sean, Scott and Kirsty have 5 points, Dave, Piers and Jason have 5 points. It's a dead heat. Everyone's a winner. Thanks to all our panellists, our wonderful studio audience, and to all of you for watching at home. That's it from us. Good night.